Hey everyone, and welcome to The Horror Show. I'm Susie von Slaughter.
And I'm Cecil Laird.
And tonight we're going to be doing our review of Triangle.
So let's go sailing.
Wind's dropped out on us.
Get below deck now. Get the life jacket. Oh, thank God. Hello?
Where is everybody?
You enter a place you have never been.
I recognize this corridor.
Everything you see, you have seen before.
Triangle was made in 2009. It was written and directed by Kristopher Smith. So the movie is about a girl named Jess, played by Melissa George. And at the beginning of the movie, she joins a friend of hers and a group of his friends as they go on a sailing excursion.
Right.
And as they're sailing, suddenly the wind just dies down and a big storm comes on way faster than they can do anything about it. The boat is flipped and they're all on top of it and trying to figure out what they're gonna do for a rescue.
Right.
Cue the giant cruise ship that's abandoned. It runs alongside them, and the crew that's on the overturned boat are able to get right up onto the cruise ship, and they're searching for help. You know, hey, is anyone here? They're looking around the cruise ship, and all of a sudden, they start dying. And we don't know why, because a lot of it's happening off camera, but you're still intrigued, because you're following Jess as she's looking around the ship and trying to find out what's going on. And as the movie progresses, she starts to figure out what's going on, why these people are dying, and we can't tell you because it's a humongous spoiler for this movie.
Yeah.
Definitely check out our spoiler review for this one, if none else, because it's a doozy, I'll tell you that much. And I really can't say much more about the story without spoiling it.
Right.
But rest assured, people die, and it's good fun, and by the end, you're pretty blown back by the way everything went down. Now, I wanted to ask you, Susie, what did you think of the production design, like the ship itself and everything, where it all took place?
I thought it was, you know, it's a ship.
Well, I mean, they did a good job of making it look sort of lived in, but abandoned.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's really hard not to, again, like not to go into it without spoiling anything.
True,
but I mean, yeah, the production, it was done well.
It's just one of those things where if the production design is done well, then it just lends credence to the story itself.
Exactly. It's not like you could tell that there's like just some sound state, you know
Exactly.
what I mean? It's done well.
It felt like it was all shot on the ship, even though some of it could easily have been on sound stages. So I thought that really added to the movie. Outside of that, I thought that the practical effects, there was not much CG, a little bit of compositing and stuff here and there, I'm sure, but it was largely practical effects with the gore and things like that.
Right, I did like the practical effects a lot.
And it was neat because the gore is actually used as clues to figuring out the story. Like Jess will see blood certain places where it's not supposed to be, and then as the story progresses, you see how it got there and things like that.
Right.
When she sees it, it's actually a clue, even though you don't really think it is at the time.
Right. It's definitely something that you are going to want to pay attention to because of how it does progress, and it happens so rapidly.
It does. It moves very
so
fast.
You need to pay attention.
And it's worth it, trust us. You know, if you pay attention, you're going to be rewarded by the end of the movie for sure. And it was shot very well. The cinematography could have made or broken this movie because if they had the camera in the wrong place, then it would have given away too much and things like that. So
I just didn't like how in the beginning it just seemed like I was watching a really long preview going on.
Yeah, it felt like that.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason for it. Once you get to the end, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So just
it feels slightly disjointed at first.
Yeah.
She's very right.
Yeah,
but
just kind of like.
There's a reason for it.
Kind of reminds me of the movie Memento. If you have seen that.
She's right. It doesn't necessarily go backwards like Memento did,
right,
but there's an aspect to it. It has that sort of feel to it. So if you like that, check it out. Even if you haven't seen it, check out Triangle. You're doing yourselves a favor by doing so.
Right.
So thanks very much for watching this review, you guys. We appreciate it.
Like, favorite, and subscribe.
You can follow us on Twitter. We're at HorrorShow666, or email us at thehorrorshow666@yahoo.com.
So in the comments below, let us know what your favorite horror flick is that takes place at sea.
Thanks again for watching, and remember, stay scared.